to another Munkeh Motors test ride video. Today we have the Triumph Thunderbird to test ride. This is a 1595cc parallel twin cruiser. It's the first cruiser I've ever ridden, so you know that's why I wanted to ride one, just to try it out. It's a very strange thing to do, I have to say, riding a cruiser. This is a 2012 model. That's why it's got the funny plates on the back, because it's a second-hand bike, but they don't have a new one available for demo, so I'm on this. It makes 85 horsepower at 4,750 RPM, and it makes a peak torque of like 108 foot-pounds, and that's only at 2,750 RPM. The red line's only about 6,250, but my god, it is torquey. Luckily the sun is just starting to come out. It has been raining all morning, and my god, quick shifting in this without much torque, it's the rear end spinning like fucking nobody's business. But seat height is, ooh, this is so strange. I might just adjust my little GoPro to look into my face and then turn on this little camera. Hello. Seat height is 702 millimeters, so it's a very low seat, but the bike is very wide. I've definitely get my feet on the ground easier than I do, say, my Hornet with a seat height of 800 mil, but your legs are very spread. It's not, you know, you don't think, oh my god, it's 10 centimeters lower. It feels like it's 3 maybe, you know, 3 or 5 centimeters lower. And I would say you do need very long legs, because this foot peg, I can only just reach it to hook it back. It's like, but so yeah, you do need long legs still just to reach the foot peg and to be able to actually like change up and down gear, because I'm not used to this riding position, having my feet forward. Another little quirk is the key is actually down here. I guess it's, you know, normal for you cruiser riders, but for me this is all strange and alien territory. Oh, the kickstand's got a nice strong spring on it, so it is nice to put it down. You do just kind of give it a kick and it flicks out all the way on its own, so you don't have to worry about that. I guess I'll talk you through, oh look, shiny, hello. I'll talk you through the little dash. You've got your speedometer, rev counter, neutral light, little information, there's a little button here I can cycle through, I can have the clock, miles till empty, total tachometer, whatever it's called, odometer, 2,000 miles, my trip, 8 miles, I just had a little spin, second trip, that's not me, and then the time. I've only got one wing mirror, which is taking some getting used to. I keep like going to see, for some reason I just look at my left mirror as my rear view mirror, and then like my right mirror is my, okay, I'm going to overtake mirror. So I don't have that mirror. I've got a rear fog light, that's quite new and novel for me. Main beam, dip beam, indicator, horn, which is really loud. And then as a Triumph, pulling the clutch, thumb the starter, and then what was the world's largest parallel twin kicks into action. The new 2016 models they're bringing out actually has another 100 cc's on top of this, bringing it up to like 1,700 cc's, and it adds another 9 horses on top. But sadly they don't have one of those available to test ride. But I've done enough waffling sitting here. I'm going to go out and record some footage and let you guys know what I think about my first ever cruiser ride. So yeah, one of the first things I noticed was the low speed handling. I guess where the rear tyre is pretty much a car tyre, you can do like 1 mile an hour, not even like slipping the clutch, just shut the throttle and roll, and it doesn't fall over. I'm pretty sure you could just stop this bike and it'll stay upright. It's very, very easy low handling. So, oh, should have mentioned this, despite the fact it weighs 339 kilos, which is like 70% more than my Hornet, low speed handling is a breeze. It just would stay upright. I don't think you have to put your feet down. Like this, it's all feet up, it's all feet up. I'm not even moving. It's just magic. But I've only got one mirror. So yeah, low speed handling is very easy. Not sure about filtering on what, you know, this thing does feel like it's a fucking tank. I don't know if I want to be nipping in between traffic. Maybe if I get brave later, but at the moment, no filtering. I do feel rather wide, but low speed handling is a breeze, so don't let the big weight scare you. You don't really ever put your feet down. The only time you notice the weight is when you're taking it off the side stand. I'm being very, very cautious with the throttle because I'm on cold tyres on wet roads with 108 foot-pounds of torque at fucking 2,000 RPM. 2,700, which is what I'm at now. So if I twist this throttle, oh my god, man, I am gonna die. But gearbox is nice and just nice. It makes a hell of a loud bang whenever you use it, but at least you know you've changed gear and you don't feel that bang on your foot, you just hear it. It does change nice and smooth, nice and simple. I've not had any missed gears yet. It's all done what I want it to do when I want it to do it. And I have tried quick shifting and it does work. It is just fucking scary when you're quick shifting with that much torque. Like, oh god, it's terrifying. But it goes when you want it to. I've not anywhere near opened the throttle yet because it is wet. I keep seeing rainbow marks all over the road. It is oily. I still don't have a left wing mirror. But yeah. Oh, see that jolt there? That's me shitty quick shifting on a cruiser. Oh, and again. Oh, and it gets quite. Oh. Well, I see why people ride these bikes. So yeah, from like 3,500 revs up, it pleases you. This is just one giant sex toy. Oh my god. Woo! Ladies, get yourself a cruiser. But yeah, it does, the riding position, I do kind of feel like I'm just sat on a couch. I really feel like I should have a beer in my left hand and just be swigging away while enjoying the scenery. It's nothing, I've never experienced anything like this on a bike. I'm just like chill. I don't know, I don't want to go fast. I just want to cruise around. It is a very odd experience, and this is the fastest I've ever felt on a bike since I've done my DAS. Like I'm currently doing what, 55 miles an hour. I'm quite happy. I will pick it up a bit. Let's check we're in. There we go. We're in 6th. I can pick it up to more motorway speeds. Let's hope we don't get too much wind noise. But let's have a little. Yeah. So now we're doing 70 miles an hour. The vibrations aren't too bad, but you do get a lot of wind blast on your chest and head, and weirdly you get a lot of wind blast on, like, well, not weirdly, but it's new for me, wind blast on my legs, trying to pull my legs back off the pegs. I'm kind of having to like constantly do a leg extension exercise to point my feet forward to keep them on the pegs so they don't get swept back. I actually, before I got on this bike, the passenger foot pegs were down and I thought, shit, you know, that's where my foot pegs should be, so I folded them up so I don't accidentally try and use them. But yeah, the riding position is like nothing else. If you've never tried it, I seriously recommend you do. It's just quite funny, and it like completely changes your mentality while on the bike. Like I feel so relaxed and calm, and I don't want to ride around like a hooligan. I don't know, I just want to cruise and try not hit the inside of the roundabout because I'm not used to riding this bike yet. But let's see what happens. Whoa, so I don't know if that fishtail is going to come out on camera, but it's quick shifting first to second then. I gave it a wiggle. But then with this, you know, massively long wheelbase, still don't have a fucking left indicator. With the long wheelbase, those kind of power slides are nothing to worry about, you know. It's a very long way for that rear end to come round beside me to cause me any trouble. It's miles back there. It's going to stay there. You can just power slide your way up the road. But yeah, this is kind of nice. I quite like it. I could get used to it, I think. I'm not sure. I can feel my body weight on my lower back a little bit, kind of pushing me down, like it's arching it in a way that it's not 100% happy. I don't know if that would get annoying. I can feel, so I'm only doing 65 in 6th. I've got a slight vibration in my right hand and right foot. I guess that could eventually send them to sleep. But so far it sounds quite nice. It's not loud. I'm not brapping my way around, and I don't sound like a wet fart. Which, you know, I'm not saying that sounding like that is a negative. Really, it's kind of what you do on a cruiser. You just make a hell of a lot of noise. But yeah, I think it would also be impossible to stall this bike. The amount of torque, it's just ridiculous. Let's try quick shifting. Oh, and we're fishtailing. It is good fun. Sorry about the wind. It is good fun. Yeah. Right, can you filter on a 10-ton tank? Riding a cruiser like it's never been ridden before. Royal Jordanian would be proud. I would be terrified. It's a tank, I'm on a tank. Where are the foot pegs? There they are. Ugh. So, I can safely say it is possible to filter, but would require further practice. It's not like when I jumped on the Speed or the Kawasaki or the Ducati and I was just like, yeah, this is a bike, I know what I'm doing. This is not, it's a bike, but it's like nothing I've experienced before. Oh look, I only put one leg down. That's an improvement. Ah, well, the brakes work. Yeah, I have to say that the brakes on this do feel quite nice. Oh, excuse the lovely lady and her banging tunes. But yeah, the brakes feel good. You know, I was hoping that light wasn't going to change, and it did. And I thought, oh, let's see if this bike can stop. But and the rear brake's got nice, plenty of bite. It's lovely for aiding with your low-speed handling. Much better than the Ducatis. And so is the indicator and all the switchgear that I've used so far. It's nice, it clicks, you know you've used it, you know it's worked. Yeah. All things function as they should. Still keep looking for a left wing mirror that doesn't exist, but never mind. That was quite a big one. That's what she said. Okay then, I'll try round up my general thoughts and impressions of the bike. It's been really good fun. It's a really different experience of riding. It's like nothing I've done before, and I really recommend everyone try it. Personally, I wouldn't want to own a cruiser, I don't think, because I am a commuter. So every day I'm on the bike, I'm going back to work and back. Oh my god, the suspension is surprisingly sporty. If you're riding on bumpy roads, you're going to know it. Anyway, yeah, I ride my bike every day to work and back, and I like to go out and play at the weekends. And yeah, you're not going to be doing Royal Jordanian level filtering on this bike, but and yeah, it is a big old lump. I don't know if I'd want to be heaving it to work and back every day. But having said that, right here, right now, at 40 miles an hour, this is the most fun I've had at 40 miles an hour on a bike. I am just enjoying life. It's just a pleasant experience. It's, you know, it's the opposite of the Fireblade. The Fireblade makes 100 miles an hour feel boring, and this makes 50 miles an hour feel exciting. It really does. And it's not a pushover, it's got grunt. Don't even know what gear I'm in, it doesn't matter. You just 6th gear, twist the throttle, you overtake stuff. It's still a motorbike, and it's got a lot of torque. But yeah, if you want to have the most fun you can without breaking the speed limit, get a cruiser. It's a different way of riding, it's a different mentality. It is something special. I'm so glad that I've put myself on one to experience it. And the vibes, the sound, that torque, it all comes together. I wouldn't want to do an emergency stop though, mind. But yeah, it's nice. So yeah, on the discussion about vibrations, I'm in 6th gear, 45, 50 miles an hour, and I can't feel a thing. It's perfectly smooth. It's parallel twin. It's lovely and smooth at low RPM. It's only when you're ragging it that it starts to get a bit vibey, and then that's when you want it to get vibey. You want the bike to feel alive when you're giving it a bit of a spanking. But look, 6th gear, winding on the throttle, and away you go. Now, I'm not going to lie, it's probably the slowest overtake I've ever done, but it was the most relaxed overtake I've ever done as well. It's just so nice and calm. But then, you know, not many bikers want a bike to have a nice relaxing calm experience. They want to tickle themselves, and you can do that on a cruiser, don't get me wrong. But, you know, if I'm still alive when I'm 60, I might get myself a cruiser. Not having a left wing mirror, it's just dangerous. I don't understand. I guess the solution is you check your blind spot over your left shoulder, and if you can't see anything, just open the throttle and change lanes. Hope for the best. And that's another thing I've noticed, you get just as many admiring looks riding this around as you do a Ducati. And people often have a smile on their face, not a look at that bastard on that fancy sports bike. They're kind of like, look at that lovely gentleman on his shiny motorbike. It does sound quite nice. Alright, let's see if we can go around the roundabout on a cruiser. Pretty sure I just heard the faintest scrape of a peg, but we made it. Very easy to get the pegs down on roundabouts. So yeah, riding this bike, it's really opened my eyes into the world of cruiser riders. You know, I'm not going to lie, I'm a youngish man who rides around on his 600cc naked, and I ride, you know, usually relatively hard and fast. I'm always at the front of traffic. I don't slow down. You know, I'll slow down when it's needed, safety reasons, speed limits and all that, but I always make good progress. And I would always look at cruiser riders thinking, you know, why are you sitting in traffic? Why have a bike if you can't filter through, you know, have fun in it, taking corners at high speed, getting that adrenaline rush. And the truth is you're just happy on a cruiser, just sat there. You know, I can be sat there at traffic lights, I've still got a smile on my face. It's like I'm in a throne. I'm sat on my throne and I'm a happy man. I might be doing 28 miles an hour in a 30, but I'm loving it. It's such a strange and wonderful experience. I am just chill. I've got to be careful I don't fall asleep and rear end something. No, but seriously, it's a completely different motorcycle experience. You know, when people say, oh, I don't like bikes, maybe they've been terrorised by people on sports bikes and nutters on nakeds, and they're like, oh god, you know, all they hear is of these deaths and idiots on bikes hurting themselves. But cruiser, you know, this is a different world. Riding a cruiser to riding any other motorbike I've ridden, it's just completely different. You're happy doing less than the speed limit. Everyone's going to hear and see you coming, no different than if you're in a car. And these modern cruisers, they still have a bit of power for giggles, and they also have decent brakes with ABS. So I know Harley riders might be having heart attacks, but hey, you've got an electric bike now, so you can't talk. I'm quite worried about ground clearance, but it's just something else. It's hard to put into words. Get your ass in a cruiser and find out what I'm blabbering on about. Then you'll understand. Well, sadly we're at the end of this Triumph Thunderbird test ride, but I'm blown away. It was really, really good fun, as you've heard me gushing about this bike for the last 20 minutes or so. I have to see how long this video turns out to be. But it's great fun. It's completely changed my thoughts on cruisers. And this thing, you know, it's got enough grunt. You open that throttle, you want to go fast, it will go pretty fast. You know, you're going to be keeping up with sports bikes up until the 70, 80 miles an hour, but then they're going to come flying past. But it's got a serious amount of grunt, and it's seriously good fun, and it's just a completely different way to think about riding a bike. It's just something special. You're not going to be going around corners quick. I was getting these hero bobbins down on roundabouts quite a bit. But it is something else. I've had seriously good fun. I'm going to definitely, they don't have a rocket available to test ride at the moment, but if they ever do, come on, what's going to be more fun than a 1.6 litre cruiser than a 2.3 litre cruiser? So if I can get my arse on a rocket, you'll get to enjoy that video. But it's not the type of bike for me just yet. I'm going to stick to my nakeds. I'm going to stick to bobbing and weaving through traffic and being a bit of a cheeky boy, because that's what I am. Small man child. But I could see a cruiser as definitely being, if I ever end up one day being old and rich, I'm going to own a cruiser. They're special. So thank you for watching this Monkeys Motors test ride video. If you enjoyed what you've seen, please remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more content. I do regular Monday morning vlogs and try squeeze in as many test rides as I can. In the description you'll find links to my Facebook and Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter to keep up to date with new and upcoming events, and Facebook there will be pictures and stuff of this bike. All my test rides, I put up pictures of the bike if you would like to see some more. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you later. I kissed a girl and I liked it. Taste of her cherry lipstick. I bet bikers aren't expecting to be nodded by a cruiser. Ooh, no, I'm not going to put that in the video. I'll be getting hate mail.